All right, it's time to talk about how we think this game's going to go, give our predictions. As always, everybody, put your prediction in the comment section below this video right here on YouTube. The first person who correctly predicts the exact score will get sent an OHIO podcast t-shirt for free. So all you have to do is be the very first one to predict the score correctly, and you will get sent an OHIO podcast t-shirt, but it has to be in the comment section right here below this video on YouTube. So if you're watching this on Facebook, go to YouTube, go to the chat in the YouTube or the comment section of YouTube. That's where you write your score. Watching this in Rumble, head on over to YouTube, put it there. It's just nice to have it in one centralized place for me. That being said, let's go ahead and give you our predictions. We're going to tell you how we came up with these predictions, and then I have a question about these coaches for these two guys as we head on out of this show. So here's how we predicted the scores. Aaron said he believes it's going to be an Ohio State win, 31-27. Chris, you're very close to Aaron. You're at 30-24. And I am very close to both of you. In fact, I took one from each of you. And that is not how I planned it. This was literally the score I've come up with, but it just so happened to be very similar to both of you. I'm at 31-24. Chris, I'll start with you. How did you come up with your score?
I just feel like that both of these defenses are going to have decent games. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to put points on the board. Neither one has had a real test against a quality defense yet. And while I think Kyle McCord's coming into his own, Notre Dame is no joke on defense, and I really feel that this is going to be a defensive struggle. I think the first team to 30 wins, and I think the first team to 30 is Ohio State.
Aaron, how'd you come up with your score?
Similar reasons to Chris. I think it's just going to be a slugfest. I think it's just going to come down to who has the ball last, and I think it's going to be Ohio State with the ball last, and I think it's going to take a touchdown to win it. I think that's kind of how I saw it playing out in my head. I think it's going to be real back and forth, slugfest type game, and it's going to come down to who's got the ball last.
This game has become a coin flip to me. For full disclosure, before the Western Kentucky game, I was going to pick Notre Dame to win this game. Full disclosure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
After the Western Kentucky game, I thought to myself, these teams are maybe a little bit more even than I thought they were. And given the trajectory of what we saw so far this season for Ohio State, given the fact we have more experienced coach leading the way, which is a rarity and a lot of times for Ryan Day. Usually in a big game, it's the guy across from him who has the experience, not this game. I also feel like what I saw in that defense last Saturday, if they can bottle that up, replicate that, and put that back on the field in South Bend, we will win this football game. The flying around, the intensity, the creating turnovers, the energy, the juice, as the kids say. That's going to be the difference. So here's my final question for you guys. What Ryan Day do we get? Do we get angry Ryan Day? Or do we get nice guy Ryan Day? Because we've seen both. And in these big games, when we get angry Ryan Day, aggressive Ryan Day, he's a totally different play caller than nice guy Ryan Day, which is what we saw in game 1 in Indiana. That's nice guy Ryan Day. Angry Ryan Day is what we saw in quarter number 2, chucking the ball down the field, setting things up. What are we going to get, Aaron? Angry Ryan Day?
I think we're going to get a range of emotions Ryan Day. I think it's going to start off nice guy, and then as the team kind of settles into the game, I think he's going to start cranking it up a little bit, and then we see angry Ryan Day by the end of it, and I think that's what gives us the edge.
Chris, what at Ryan Day are we going to see?
We need angry Ryan Day. We need peeved off Ryan Day right out of the gate. I want to see him stomp a mud hole in Freeman and walk it dry. I really do. I want to see him go out there and get aggressive and attack and attack and attack. And I want to see him pound the football on the ground to open up that passing game. And then I want to see 2 of those 75-yard, bombs downfield. And you know what? Come the fourth quarter, if we're up a couple touchdowns and he puts Devin Brown in, I want to see him keep throwing the ball and keep being aggressive. And if he could bury these little leprechauns, nothing in the world would make me happier.
Way to keep it G-rated, buddy.
Yeah, I was going to say, great restraint you've shown right there.
Stopping these leprechauns. Oh, Chris, we love you, man. All right, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Again, put your predictions down in the comment section below. We want to hear from you and see what you guys think of the game. Who knows? You might win a free t-shirt from us, man. All right, guys, have a great game. Enjoy this football game. These don't come around very often. In fact, this is only the 6th time in my lifetime that Ohio State, 6th time in all of our lifetimes, that Ohio State and Notre Dame have squared off. And until they join the Big Ten, we might not see this again unless it's in the college football playoff. So
I really expected another crack from Aaron there about my age. When you said 6 times in all our lifetime.
I thought about.
Don't forget, if they're in Northeast Ohio or Pittsburgh, to come out and join us Saturday for that game watch party.
That's right. Right across from PNC Park, Mike's Beer Bar. We're going to have a great time with Wargo and the OSU Alumni Club of Pittsburgh. Hopefully we have a great turnout and we have a tremendous Buckeye win. All right, guys. Remember, be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH and sing Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Till next time, OH.
I owe.
I owe.
Go Bucks.